2017 was a busy year. We had kids camp. We went again to Dry Gulch, USA. We took 45 kids. That is a great camp. Every time we come back, the kids are waiting to go, when are we going again? So it's awesome. In July, we had our first Extreme Family Night, and we had illusionists David and Tisha Laughlin here with us. They are great entertainers and communicators, but more importantly, they love the Lord, and you can see it in everything that they do. We had grandparents come with their grandkids and parents come with their kids, and it was just a great event. We really, really enjoyed it. In October, we have Trunk or Treat every year. I don't even know what number this is of the year that we've done it. It's been quite a few now. Last year, I think, was our biggest attendance, and it was an unusual year because we changed the day. The weather was calling for terrible rain, and so we did it a day before. And it was an awesome crowd. We had people coming from the community. I want to say there were millions of people there. It felt like it. It may not have been that many, but it felt like it. And then moving on to November, we are a collection center for Operation Christmas Child. And within our collection center, we processed 8,000 shoeboxes. And of course, that goes on to a bigger part of Samaritan's Purse. And I'm so thankful and grateful that we are part of it because, again, we're reaching people and children across the world. Every week, it really does take an army to make kids ministry happen at Bethesda. My best estimate is we have over 70 volunteers every week, and that includes Sunday school, the volunteers at our check-in station that greet our members and our new visitors every week, and Impact Girls on Wednesday night, Royal Rangers on Wednesday night. So all of these people, we have faithful volunteers, and I'm so grateful for them, and I'm so grateful for my team. Danny Cooper, Penny Reeves, Kaylin Clark, and Linnell Escamilla, and Caleb Prouty. They knock it out of the park every single week. And I'm just so honored and blessed to get to work with my team.
Well, 2017 was a good year for the 2030s group. In fact, one thing we did was we stopped calling ourselves the 2030s group, and we are now the Young Families and Young Singles group because age is just a number, and it's more about the stage of life. Every month we're getting together and just doing something to where we can get together, hang out, sometimes with families, sometimes without, date nights, free childcare over here, the progressive dinners, the serving together, going to the park and playing, just something for this stage of life, just people to get out and do something together. That's going to stay the same. But one thing that's changing is home groups. Like, we really put an emphasis this year on we've got to expand in our home groups. And we went from 1 home group to 5, which is a pretty big deal for us. Now, you might notice that there are actually a lot more of these young families and singles around Bethesda than there used to be. One of the reasons you see them more is because we're not trying to carve them off and give them a really, really, really old youth group. That is not the point at all. They are supposed to be in the corporate body, and that's why we encourage our families and singles to be in the Sunday morning service, in the prayer meeting that night, serving out in the groups. So in 2018, we expect to continue to grow. We expect to continue to launch home groups and to meet together and eat together and play together. And so if you haven't found your spot yet, you haven't connected with this group, I encourage you to do that. There is room for you. We want you here. Come grow with us. 2018 is going to be a wonderful year.
2017 has been an exciting year for our music and worship ministry. In addition to regular weekly services, we've done our Easter service, Mother's Day, Father's Day, patriotic service, of course our Christmas concerts. The Christmas concerts are the largest thing that we do as a department all year. I think one of the things I love most about the music ministry is the number of people involved. We have a choir of over 100 people. We have a band, an orchestra, tech team, including sound and lighting technicians, people who run the lyrics and projection on Sunday. It's a large group of people coming together with one purpose, and that's to glorify the name of Jesus and to lead our church family into worship every week. Now, one of the most exciting things we did this year was traveling to Anaheim to be a part of the General Council of the Assemblies of God. We took some singers and band to lead in worship all 3 nights, and it was a wonderful time to take Bethesda outside of our doors and to kind of take what we do to be a blessing to pastors and music pastors and youth pastors, people who gathered from all around the world to come be a part of the General Council. In the media department, 2017's been fast-moving. It's been exciting. We hired a new campus media director this year. Michael Bell came along in May and has been improving our external and internal promotions and communications. Been doing great things with social media and lots of exciting changes, and so that's been a great thing to see. We also hired a communications specialist this year who works on our team but does work for Bethesda Christian School. She's been doing great work in increasing our social media reach, reaching new students, prospective students and families, and we see our reach expanding into the community with Bethesda Christian School.
2017 was a good year. We did a local missions trip in the spring. We partnered with a couple other churches and went out and just served our city. In the summer, we went to summer camp at Christ for the Nations in Dallas. We've been going to that youth camp for several years.
Camp, is an opportunity to really see the kids touched by the Lord, and they're cut off from the distractions of the world.
Just opening up and revealing what's going on in their lives, feeling comfortable to be vulnerable and to be open with where they're at and seeking counseling and help.
There's a particular girl in our youth group, and she has just a physical limitation where she can't run or jump and things of that nature. And I can remember being at camp. The worship time was just going strong, and the kids were engaged, and I'm just over on the side observing, but yet I'm pleading with the Lord to heal this girl. The Lord doesn't completely heal her, and if I could be honest, I was a little bit discouraged. And but that night, every night after the service, we go to this meeting area where we kind of discuss the service, and the kids kind of share what they got from the service. And during worship, she was praying. She said that she felt the Lord touch her body. She leapt for the first time.
One of the things that excited me the most was at our fall retreat. We baptized 3 students in the lake, and it was really cold, but that was just a really exciting thing. Just all the factors that went into that, with it being in a lake and it being cold, and 3 students who had never been baptized before. That was a really neat thing to be a part of. We started a parent email that goes out at least once a month, so that they can stay informed on what's going on.
We've decided to step up our communication all the way, especially when it comes to communicating with parents. We've decided to use every form of social media, email, Instagram, Facebook, group text messaging.
There's also a text group that gives updates when we go to events and things like that. Those are some good tools that we've been able to incorporate over the last year that have really helped us.
All of that stuff just to get that information out so that the parents know when we're having events, what we're talking about in service, and just really partnering with them.
Yeah, we've also started an after-school program, and we were really able to partner with some parents who have stepped up and helped us have a place for the students that attend school here to stay until church starts, and so that they can be in a safe place and be supervised, work on homework or hang out with their friends, and that's been a really good thing. We made these cards for students to take notes on for the messages, so they can put down the name of the person who spoke, the passage of scripture that they pulled from, kind of the main theme, or if there's a title. And then we encourage the kids to take the note cards home, because maybe later that night when they're laying down, or later that week, there might be something from that message or that evening that props up in their mind, and they just kind of want to add it in there. And then we made this little book for them to file them all in there so that they can go back and look through them, and so that they can all have them in one place. We used to take attendance in small groups, and now we have the students check in as soon as they get here. The help has been that it goes into a computer system, and then we can email it out to the small group leaders so that they can better just stay in touch with their groups and stuff.
As far as the renovations with the room is concerned, not only does it just look better, we use that screen a lot for our icebreakers, allowing the kids to really build relationship with each other, whether that's playing a game or showing a video. The lights are great. I think that it really just creates this atmosphere of an immersive type worship experience.
I'm really expectant for what the Lord's doing. He's, provided this great room for us to use as a tool and an instrument for leading these kids and for inspiring them to make decisions for Christ and to continue in a relationship with Him.
We've got youth camp coming up. We'll be getting together almost weekly with students doing different activities. It's called Terrific Tuesdays. Usually we do something that's as cheap as possible, if not free, and it varies every week. It's a good chance for kids to get together, hang out, hang with us, meet other kids.
I think that it was an amazing year of just growth for the students, but not only just the students. I think the youth ministry staff and team, I think we've grown a lot over this past year, and I think 2018 is just going to be doing more of the same, growing and learning.